Hi everyone, welcome to the webinar Supercharge Your Productivity with Family Property. I'd just like to introduce myself. My name's Chanel Vanus and I'm the Business Development Manager here at Family Property. I was a former family lawyer and I do have a background in sales and legal recruitment. Just for the agenda for today, we're going to go through 4 main things, and the first being the benefits of using Smokeball and Family Property together. Next, we're going to have some discussions and a demo of the main features of Family Property. And really excitingly, we are going to have a sneak peek of our new parenting product. And right at the end, we'll leave some time for some Q&A. All right, so what are the benefits of using Smokeball and Family Property together? The very first is that you can work in one environment. So you can just work in the Smokeball environment. So that's going to reduce time having to switch between both products. Number 2, matters are automatically created in Family Property, saving you time. Which means that once you create a matter in Smokeball, the matter will automatically be created in Family Property. Number 3, information in Smokeball will be used to pre-populate the matter in Family Property. So some of the information that you do put against the matter in Smokeball will now be used to pre-populate the matter in Family Property. And number 4, documents downloaded from Family Property can be quickly uploaded back into the matter in Smokeball using the Smokeball Word plugin. Now I'm just going to turn off my camera now, and what we're going to do is I'm just going to go through a quick demo of the integration between Family Property and Smokeball. So I'm just going to open Smokeball now, and I'm just going to show you how you can access Family Property from Smokeball. So I'm just going to open a matter now. So this matter with my client here, Birds, I'm just going to open that matter. And once I open that, you will now find a new button, which is really exciting, up the top there in the Smokeball banner called Family Property. And just clicking on that, it's going to directly take me into Family Property, where I can now work on this particular matter, and we're going to go through some of these features later on. So that's basically how the integration works. Once you create a matter in Smokeball, you key in all the details against the matter. You can just, with a click of a button, click on the Family Property logo icon, and you'll be taken directly into Family Property. Okay, so let's talk about the main features of Family Property. Now, Family Property has 4 main features. So the very first one is that intake questionnaire. So it is a really comprehensive intake questionnaire, perfect for understanding your client's situation. Number 2, a 2-way disclosure portal. So you have the ability to upload, review, and disclose documents between parties quite securely and online. Number 3, you do have an interactive balance sheet, and this is really where all the magic happens. And I'm just going to showcase that to you very, very soon, so don't you worry. And number 4, you have a complete library of automated documents at your disposal. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to go back into Smokeball. And I'm just going to open a matter to show you these features. So we're going to start at the very beginning with the intake questionnaire. So once you created a new matter in the system, you can now open that matter, again clicking on the icon Family Property, and that will load Family Property for you. and just give it a second there just to load. And now you have direct access to set up the questionnaire for your client. So you have the ability now to completely tailor the experience for your client. And how this will be sent to your client is either you key in their full name and email address. Otherwise, you can just send them a link and then completely tailor the experience for the client. So the client will be able to see the following from personal details up until your future, as well as a client portal. Now, we are adding a parenting section to this, so it is quite exciting, where you'll also have the ability to add in questions if this was also a parenting matter. But if you did want to tailor the experience, for example, in this matter, maybe you know that Chanel and George don't actually have children, so you might just want to untick children there. Now, once you're ready to send that, you just want to go ahead and press save, and then your client will receive an email. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to show you from the client's perspective what they will see. So the client has now clicked on the link that you've sent them, and they can now see a welcome message. Now, in that welcome message, it will tell them that they basically have 20 minutes to complete the questionnaire. It will also advise them that they can complete it in stages, and it will automatically save their progress. Now, once the client is ready, he'll just click on Launch Questionnaire. And now he can go through each section, adding in the information as required. So he'll add in all his relationship details, his children details, his living arrangements, assets and super, income and expenses, what is owed, other assets and liabilities, and contributions and future needs. Now, once Alexander is has completed the questionnaire, he'll just go ahead and press submit. And once he does this, he will be pushed directly into the client portal, where he will now have the opportunity to upload his documents for disclosure. Now, the great thing is we've also added in a duty of disclosure brochure. We've provided Alexander with a number of useful tips on how to actually upload a document. And if he then clicks on the plus symbol there, he'll be able to see all his assets, liabilities, super funds listed in order and formatted in a way that keeps things organized for you. So let's say against 30 Barker Street, he needs to upload the appraisals, council rates, valuations, and possibly do a title search. Now, all he'll need to do is click on attachments, select the file to attach, click on browse, then click on the document that he wants to attach. So he'll just attach the valuation, click on attach, and then voila. So now you can say sayonara to Mr. Alexander. He's pretty much done. And let's pretend today, just for the sake of this demo, that he's attached all his documents. So once he's done, he'll just go ahead and press finished. And then I'm now going to show you from the lawyer's perspective what they will see and how they can then work on the matter. So now clicking back into my family property account, again, just noting that you can open it definitely in family property. So what you're able to do now is review the matter. So we can see that there is now a tick against the questionnaire, which means that Alexander has completed that. So I'm now going to just quickly go through the details just to see what my client has put in. And I can see that the client has completed the questionnaire. So now I am ready to work on the matter. So I'm just going to go up to the end there, future, and click on submit. And once I click on submit, I have now the opportunity to unlock the matter. And unlocking the matter gives me a number of benefits. So it pushes me directly into the dashboard, which has all the main features, the balance sheets, or the documents, and the disclosure portal, which I've mentioned prior. Now, as part of the package that is ready at the moment, you do have the ability to download a complete questionnaire report, which is basically a comprehensive report of the questionnaire. So I'm going to unlock the matter, and just notice now, once I unlock the matter, I will have full access to a complete package, and I will now be pushed directly into the dashboard where I can now work on the matter. So as you can see, my questionnaire package is ready. I'm having a little dance, I'm really happy with that. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and press done. All right, so it's going to push me directly into the dashboard, and just to go through the main tabs, from balance sheets, documents, disclosure, parenting, you also have personal details, considerations, and more. So we're going to go through balance sheets up until parenting today. So we'll start at balance sheets, and let's just see what's happened. So the first thing that you have noticed is all the information from the questionnaire that was sent to Alexander has now come across into a pre-populated working balance sheet. So all the assets, the liabilities, the super funds, as well as any financial resources or disposed assets have now come across. The ownership according to Alexander there in the middle, as well as the value. On your client will always be on the left, the other side on the right. So any documents that Alexander has attached will now also appear as a paperclip against the item. All right, so now we're ready to propose something to Sophia. So guess what, guys? All we're going to do is click on propose something. And we're just going to click on that all the way down there to the bottom, just for each and every item. Now you can do this one by one. It is completely up to you. I like to just do it all at once and then work with the figures with each item separately. All right, so let's pretend for the family home. Alexander's mentioned he wants to sell that. So we're just going to leave that there at the 50-50 mark. The shares in Telstra he wants to retain. So we're just going to push it there directly into his column. The BMW i430 he also wants to retain. I'm just going to, again, pushing it directly into his column. The coin collection, same thing. The investment unit, which belongs to Sophia, he's happy for Sophia to retain. He's also happy for her to retain the Camry. The discharge of the family home, we'll leave it there at the 50-50 mark. The credit card debt, again, he is going to retain that. And for simplicity's sake, let's just say each party will retain their respective super. So at the moment, we're looking at a 51-49%. Can you just see that, guys? So in a matter of seconds, Family Property has actually calculated the exact split as well as the exact percentage split. So now you also have the ability to mock up maybe some different proposals. And to do that, all you need to do is click on that little icon there, and that gives you the ability to save different versions. So you can save this as your 51-49% split. Press save. And then what we can do is we can mock up another proposal. For example, let's say a 55-45% split. So to reflect that, all you have to do is use that calculator button. I bet you all love this. And what we're going to do is we're going to enter the 55-45% split and click on apply. Now, again, with a matter of seconds, a Family Property is going to calculate the exact cash adjustment needed for it to reflect the 55-45% split. So what we can see here is now there is a transfer to Alexander of $94,350, which Family Property has calculated as the exact amount needed to reflect the 55-45% split. All right. So what we're going to do now is we're going to jump into documents. We're now ready to get this out to Sophia. So the first thing you can do is click on documents and click on the proposal. Now this will pull up a proposal document. Again, it is completely customizable. You can add in your own header and footer and change a few things in the document. Now, the great thing is if you're using Smokeball, you also have the ability to save the document directly into your Smokeball matter. So just by using that little button there, save to Smokeball, will now save that document back into the Smokeball matter for Alexander. All right, so let's see what we have here. We have a proposal document. The very first thing you'll notice is a table with the exact split, Alexander's and Sophia's, as well as a complete summary of the proposal for you. Okay, so as you can see, all the figures have come across. Basically, it's saving you a ton of time, you know, just to focus on the things that you like doing. For example, for me, ice skating. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to close this document. I'm just going to show you some other amazing documents in the system. And I'm just going to click on Documents Show All. My favorite document, and probably one of the reasons, if I did have family property back in the days when I was practicing, I might have not left priceless. But it was the consent orders and property orders. They used to take me a ton of time, and I really remember, you know, just hating, you know, completing the document. It used to take me about 2 to 3 hours to complete. But with family property, it's only going to take you about 5 to 10 minutes. So I'm just going to show you our property orders now. So clicking on property orders, once most of the information has been pre-populated. So all I'm going to do is click on that download button, and that's going to download pre-drafted property orders for me. And I'm just going to show you them really quickly. Again, just noting that you do have the ability, again, to save the document into Smokeball. So any document that you open in family property can easily be saved back into Smokeball. So here are your property orders. Again, all pre-drafted, all the information has come across. And I'm going to take my time on this one because I really want you to focus on the document. So we're going to scroll really, really slowly, because I am sure during the question stage that you guys are going to be in awe, and I'm going to receive a number of questions around this. But here it is, the property orders. You do also have your consent orders as well. Now, I'm not going to go through all the documents today, but in the system, you also have, for example, the balance sheet proposal for this party only, net proceeds proposal. Of particular importance, I should note the financial statement, which will populate those really troublesome sections from A to M. You also have the consent orders. You have the draft application for consent orders, which will populate the following sections as well. So you have a whole library of documents at your disposal. All right, so moving on to disclosure. And I want to just put out a question out there for all of you. So how are you currently completing disclosure? And maybe you can, you know, write it in the chat for discussions later on. But also, isn't it a little bit annoying when you're receiving multiple emails in your Outlook or Gmail with multiple subject headers and numerous attachments that are not ordered? So let's solve that for you using family property. The very first thing is, if I click on disclosure and go to attachments, I will notice that all my attachments are now listed against the correct items. So you'll notice that evaluation that Alexander attached is now against the correct item, and that being 30 Barker Street. Okay, so in reality, you have a whole heap of documents against the correct items. So that will solve problem number one that I mentioned, and that's receiving multiple emails in your Outlook with multiple subject headlines that are not ordered. Number two, how do we get the other side to disclose and really push for that? And also, you know, how to ensure that the other side is sending me the documents in the correct format as well. All right, so I'm going to show you how that's done using family property. The very first thing is, now I am ready to disclose this document. So what I'm going to do there is I'm going to make the document accessible. Once I make it accessible, I'm going to get a shareable link, and I'm going to share this link with the other side. You know, you can just copy and paste this in an email, but we've made it a lot easier for you, and all you have to do is click on that download letter. So clicking on download letter, does all the work for you. It's a pre-drafted letter that you can send to the other side in an email, and the link is already ingrained in the actual letter. So the benefits of using this letter, twofold. Again, it's pre-drafted, but the second is that it does promote the disclosure portal to the other side, giving them a whole heap of key benefits of using the portal. Now, when the other side is ready to access the valuation, all they're going to do is actually click on that particular link. And doing that will give them access to the portal. So I'm just going to show you that now. And I'm just going to show you what the other side is going to see. So the very first thing that you will notice is that they will see a welcome message telling them that, you know, thank you for using the disclosure portal. You can customize that welcome message. It is completely up to you. And they're just going to click on let's get started. Now, once they do that, again, they can see the exact same format, the assets, liabilities, super funds that you see in your account, but they can also now attach the document against the correct item. So what they'll do is they'll click on upload. They don't have to have family property, nothing like that, although it is a good promoter. But all they're going to do is add in their full name and their email address and click on submit. And once they do that, they now have the ability to upload their valuation. It's as simple as that. And just imagine eliminating that time going back and forth through Outlook. Yeah, so it is definitely beneficial to use. And the great thing is, you know, when your firm is using something like family property, the other side will probably ask you some questions around it and might ask you, you know, what system you're using, and definitely that's the case. All right, so that's your disclosure portal. And I'll just leave all the questions to the end